I'm Thomas the Traveler, and I approve this adventure. Hello everyone, my name is Thomas, also known as Thomas the Traveler, and the host of the Lazy Sunday Show podcast, and I'm coming to you with some exciting news. I'm moving to Denmark. Yes, it's such an amazing event in my life, honestly, and I am so thrilled that it's finally going to happen. It's been years in the making, and I finally got accepted, so I'm on my way there. And a lot of people have been asking a lot of questions about it, so I thought I'd address most of them in the video today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So one of the most common questions was, why Denmark? Honestly, is because of two things. For one, I've always wanted to live abroad. It's been something that I've been dreaming of the last 10 years since I started traveling. More importantly about location is I've always loved the Nordic countries. Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Norway, Iceland. I've had such amazing times every time I go there, so I wanted to go one of those countries. But Denmark is the only Nordic country that you don't need a job lined up prior to applying for the visa. So I thought, you know what, that's going to be the easiest way of doing this. And you know what? The process, although it was a lot of paperwork and a lot of getting your ducks in a row, but the actual process itself wasn't so bad, which leads into the second most popular question. How did you get the visa? I did a lot of research over the last 4 years because of COVID. Originally, I was going to do this in 2019, but COVID hit, delayed everything. But it gave me time to do a lot more research and figure out more about the process. First of all, I had to go on the website, new to Denmark. I had to create a case ID. And this was my number that I had to put on my application when I sent it away. Almost like like my own personal code. Now from there, I had to fill out the application, which honestly wasn't so bad. I was just more paranoid. I did it like 6 times just to make sure I got everything correct. There's a few other things as well. Like you have to have a valid passport from 3 months to the end of your visa. And it sounds confusing, and it is. And that was one of the problems I had actually, is I had to renew my passport because it would have expired in September, which would be within that 3 months of when my original plans were to go there. Along with that, you also had to pay a couple of fees. One of them was the immigration service, essentially paying them to process your application. And the other one was for the foreign affairs as well. All in all, like the payments, it cost a little bit, but at the same time, this is a once in a lifetime experience. So I mean, why not? Speaking of money, you had to show proof that you had significant funds to start. It was around $3,000. And along with that, you had to add a proof of transportation to get your way back home. Either a ticket, or you also had to show, I think, $1,000 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, besides that, you had to purchase medical insurance for the year and show a valid health card as well, just to prove that you do have coverage. After all that's all said and done, you make an appointment with the visa application company. From there, you either have to go to Ottawa, Toronto, or Vancouver to get it processed. And from there, it takes about 3 months before you get an answer. And for me, it was a little bit longer because I accidentally sent the wrong bank statement. So it took a couple of weeks extra, but it came back and everything was good. One of the questions that is kind of hard to answer is, are you more nervous or are you more excited? Obviously, I'm pretty nervous. This is a totally different thing, moving to a totally different country, different culture, different language. That's going to be a challenge, and I'm accepting it. I'm ready for it. But I'm so excited for just the endless possibilities that's going to happen this year. Being in a different country and really staying in that country and learning about everything is just going to be such a different experience. Normally I travel to like 6 or 7 countries within 3 weeks, and it's just like bang, bang, bang. But now I get to take my time and actually enjoy it instead of saying I went to these places. So that's going to be really important for me. Speaking of travel, you can travel everywhere in Europe for so cheap. like once you get there, you can go on flights as cheap as like I think it was $40 or $50 Canadian round trip from Copenhagen to Italy or to the UK or anywhere like that. It's just, again, the possibilities are endless there, and I cannot wait to check out some new countries and be like, hey, I'm going to go to Greece this weekend. It just seems so surreal to me. Now, when it comes to finding a place to live, it was actually not too bad. I've been so thankful that my two really amazing friends in Denmark, Tobias and Silke, they've been so good to like help me through this process. And without them, I really would be totally lost. They went to an apartment viewing for me, and as of right now, I am looking like I have a place to stay, or at least it's in the works. So I'll be staying in the city called Svendborg. It's right in the middle of Denmark. There's 3 different parts of Denmark. Like there's Zealand, where like Copenhagen is, and then there's this island called Fyn, which is where Svendborg is, and then there's Jutland, which is connected to Germany on the mainland of Europe. I'll be staying on the little island on the very bottom, and it's a beautiful city, probably around 28,000 people living there, and I've been there multiple times, so I mean I'm comfortable with the city, which is very important. When it comes to work, I might have something in the works as well at a restaurant. I mean, there's nothing guaranteed at this point, but I'll do anything really at this point. As long as I have some sort of income, that I don't drain my savings right away, things are fine. If not, there's a nice tree in the middle of the city I can probably sleep under. Now, one of the questions that came up that was more intriguing was what I'll miss the most about Canada. So the thing I miss most about home is obviously my friends, my family, and especially my pets. Like, not seeing Bandit or Maxwell, my 2 dogs, it's just going to break my heart. You can do FaceTime all you want. It's just so totally different. I'm definitely going to miss them a lot. And even as of this recording, it's Friday, which was my last work day. And it was an emotional day to say, farewell to a lot of these people I've known over the last 10 years. It was, again, it's emotional to say farewell to these people, but at the same time, there's FaceTime. Like, I'm there for a year, so like I'm not disappearing to another planet or something like that. Yeah, I think overall I'll definitely miss them. And in Canada in general, I'm gonna miss sports. I'm gonna miss watching my Boston Bruins play hockey, and at the same time, it gives me more time to have different opportunities over there. I'm excited to go like join a gym or do volunteering over there, just to meet new people and learn more about them. I'm very excited about that. But I will miss some things like maple syrup, of course. Now that kind of leads into the final question. What am I most excited about? And I kind of touched on it earlier. I'm excited for the possibilities. I'm excited for the fact that I can go to different countries, and it's not thinking like, okay, can I do this next year when I plan a big trip? It's, check the flights, and if they're cheap, go. It's just super easy compared to here. So that's one of the big things, but I have a lot of projects that I want to do. Over the last couple of years, I've been trying to do different things on YouTube. This year, when I went to Finland and Denmark, I really focused on doing cultural things when it came to like language challenges. I want to start doing more of those, along with actual things that involve the culture of the country and like different challenges there. I don't care if I'm making fun of myself or putting myself out there to be made fun of. It's part of the experience. It's part of being through that sort of cultural shock, I guess. That's something I'm really looking forward to. So again, there's so many things up here that I'm very excited for. And I hope you're excited too. That's one of the big things and one of the main reasons why I love to do the talk show or do YouTube is that I want to bring you along with me. I want to bring you along this journey that most people may never experience. I feel it would be selfish if I didn't share it with people and say, you know what, the world is a big place, but it has so many different beautiful cultures and beautiful things that can happen in life. So again, the opportunities will be endless, and I'm just so excited. But that's going to put a wrap on this. I was hoping this video would not be so long, but again, I wanted to just update people, tell them, the process, and along with some of these questions that may have asked me before. So I just, lay it all out. Thank you all so much for watching. The next time you're going to see me, I'm going to be in Denmark for a year. It still doesn't feel real. But again, tack så mycket. So thank you very much. And have an amazing day. And I'll see you in Europe. Bye-bye.